Okay, you don't gotta know who I am. All you gotta know is that I started playing soccer 7 years ago, had my first 2 surgeries 7 years ago, and I got cooked last week. But like when I was watching this clip, I was like, wallahi, I'm finished. On top of that, I aggravated my injury again. So this is my journey on how I'm trying to improve my injury while also improving my soccer skills in the next 2 weeks, if possible. Okay, before I start this video and explain everything, I want to mention the most important aspect into training. And it doesn't matter if it's injury prevention, it doesn't matter if it's muscle building, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. Our greatest strength as a human being is our adaptability. There's a reason why I took 2 days off after getting humiliated by the blue lock Japanese players here. Cause like my left leg was sore as hell. Why? Cause my left leg is weaker than my right knee. But we know we can adapt our body to anything. So if we are training just slightly above our comfort zone, we're gonna grow without getting sore and injured. Cause if you're injured, you cannot train consistently. And you rather train consistently than just working hard as hell in one day and not being able to move in the next 5 or 6 days. You just ramping up your work in one day don't make a whole lot of difference. This clip itself is from the 3rd day, and that shows that I started my training from my 3rd day of the 2-week transformation. Here, if you have any sort of like knee pain, I would recommend start off with the hip mobility, you know, because if you really think about it, knee moves in one direction, front and back, you know, but your hip is highly responsible for the twisting movement, the change of direction, and like the overall rotational ability of your knee. Now I could rest today, but as I said before, our ability is that we can adapt to pretty much anything. The training itself, why am I jumping? Because jumping helps with your tendon extensibility, and tendon extensibility is responsible for your overall safety in your injury. There's always a game of tug-of-war going on between the muscles and the tendons, because where is the muscle attached to? The tendons, and the tendon is attached to the knee. And now, when it contracts at a high speed, because you know if you play sport, injuries happen fast. Let's say you're trying to change direction at soccer at a high speed. When that happens, your quadriceps or your hamstring, they have to contract. And what are they attached to? The tendons. So if your tendon is not extensible enough, if it's not elastic enough, what it does is like there's a game of tug-of-war going on between the tendons and the hamstrings. So either you're gonna get hamstring strains or tendon strains. And tendon strains are very annoying and it does not recover that quickly. Jumping and like just little bit of jumping and like plyometrics helps a lot in terms of like tendon health and stuff, because like when you're jumping, your muscles are always contracted and your tendons are always like extended, and you're training under that condition, so it just primes your tendon to be able to be extensive at any time, which leads to a better performance in the game. But if you're dealing with an injury just like me right now, doing plyometrics and like jumping and like playing the sport itself might be difficult. So I'll recommend this video by my brother from another mother. Like this dude is one of the most genius dude I've met in the internet. Like he's crazy. This video, it just releases my hamstring, I feel like. What this does is it gets the blood flowing like the most dependent position of your knee. So it kind of mimics the game position. So when you go play a game, since your body, or not body, but like your tendon is like warmed up, it's it can like hold more weight on this position in a game. So you're gonna feel like less stiffness when you do this kind of movement in the games and shit. Okay, we're at day 4 of the 2-week transformation, and here you can see I'm opening up the hips. You gotta do that. Hips don't lie. Today, I was gonna ramp up my workload slightly more than yesterday, because as I said before, we can adapt our body to anything, but I cannot overdo it because then I'll just aggravate my injury. So over the following days of the 2-week transformation, all I did was just like gradually upping my workload just by a little every day. You know, nothing special, just like getting my body adapted to like more workload per day until my final intense pickup soccer game is what I was gonna say.
Oh, hell no, man.
I actually went to play another pickup game 3 days prior to my actual game. Hey, you know, I actually don't regret my decision, because you know what? You cannot regret your decision. And I have 2 good reasons for it. One reason, I love soccer, man. Adrenaline was like, you gotta go. Second reason is like, if you wanna get better at something, you actually gotta do it. You know, even if it sucks sometimes. Because the best conditioning method is to actually do it. Like, if you hate math and if you suck at math, the only way to get better is to actually do the math, you know. Just like soccer here. If I want to improve my soccer game, I have to play a soccer game. And, you know, it wasn't that intense because we played with like middle school players. But dude, don't get me wrong, these middle school players were good as hell. Like, they were insane. I mean, they're academy players, so it kind of makes sense. But every time you know what? I was just flabbergasted. You know, like every play that they made, I was like, and I'm not clapping my cheek, I'm clapping my hands. You know, that's how good they were. I'm grateful as hell for that day, cause I learned something very valuable. If you have the right technique, you know, no matter what size you are, no matter how big you are or small you are, you're gonna be a lot better than a lot of people. Like these kids here, they were giving us a very hard time because their technique, their ball handling was first class. Wallahi, I felt like I was getting cooked, you know. Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. We will never know.
今日サッカー楽しみですか？
いやーめっちゃ楽しいね。
ゴールはハットトリック。
ハットトリック。ハットトリック。あ
We are at the final day of the 2-week period of me trying to improve my injury while also improving my game. Let's see how far we can play. Let's ball out. Winner stays on. Damn, this shit bright as hell.
Okay, first game, we conceded a goal here. I mean, with the lack of my own defense, not the greatest start for me. And I believe that was my first touch of the multiple games that we played that day. And that helped me realize my knee was actually better than last time. Hey, I'm still slow as shit though. I'm nowhere near Ronaldo, but you know, we don't stop here, we keep improving. Now, have I made the greatest improvement at soccer and in my injury together? No. I tend to use my right foot way more than my left foot. Like, even here, the pass miss. Oh my god, that wouldn't have happened if I used my left foot, you know? Sometimes when I try to change direction, I realize that like my balance was a little bit off due to like more pain in my left knee than my right knee. But you gotta be proud of your own achievement though. Progress is progress. What matters is that you try, even with any obstacles around you, such as an injury in this case. But it doesn't mean that you have to be fully happy, you know. You have to be proud of your own achievement, but you also have to criticize your performance, you know. Because like there is no end to learning. Because reflection upon yourself is the best key to your improvement in life. Damn, I don't want to sound motivational, bro. This is just facts. Hey, compared to 14 days ago, I can use both of my feet more now. And here I did some crazy skill. It's not in the camera, but I can put a wallahi on. Just look at their reaction. But job's not finished. Job's not finished. The goal before I leave Japan and before the summer ends is for me to be able to use both feet, shoot with both feet, you know, be more agile and smooth with my movement. But in order to do that, I also have to like lose the overall body fat percentage to like to the lowest level of body fat percentage if possible, like 5%, 6%. because if I have less body fat, that would also help my knee recover faster because it doesn't have to hold a lot of weight when it's moving and stuff. It's gonna take a lot of pressure off my knee, and that's why I had created a blow up series. Go check it out on my channel. There I say, or like show you guys how I'm trying to lose weight and like, you know, trying to get stronger in the gym. Okay, so the biggest takeaway that I want you guys to take from this video is that if you're injured or not injured, if you want to improve at something, you gotta train. But in order to train, you cannot overdo your training method. Because if you overdo one day and like you are out of the sport, then you training hard for one day of that week didn't make a whole lot of difference in your progress, you know. But if you slowly increase the workload to the point that you're slightly out of your comfort zone and stuff, you're gonna make improvement at a consistent manner without getting sore, injured, or losing motivation, basically without getting off track, you know. And I feel like that's way much better than like doing extra hard in one day and like not being able to train at all, because we gotta utilize our human strength, which is adaptability. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Also, if you don't agree with some of my method, tell them in the comments, you know, because I'm trying to learn too. And hit the subscribe button to see my growth in terms of soccer, in terms of injury, in terms of like fitness, everything. And to show love to Akif the Chief. Peace. Love you, Pookies.
景色綺麗やな。